Hey guys, welcome back. We got just another day in paradise. Today is Saturday, the 22nd, I believe. Just figured I'd come out. I just got off of work. For a change, don't have a ton of cars I have to move around or get this to that place, get this to the barn, get this here, get this ready for a derby. We do have a derby coming up that we haven't talked about yet, but we'll make sure that we get that as soon as Mr. Adam flies back north, since we got one goose that's still missing. We'll get him up here and we'll sit down and talk about plans for the rest of the season and off season and all that good stuff. So make sure you stay tuned. We'll get that video coming up soon. But for now, I figured I'd come out and get a little bit of work done. See if we can't finish getting this wagon mostly stripped for I've got some time here today. As I said as I was closing out that last video, this driver's seat was giving me some grief, so I'm going to work on getting that out. See if I can get some of this glass out of here, carpet out. Let's see what kind of progress we can make. Alright, getting a little bit of progress going. Obviously you guys just watched me break the windows, but that was in between pieces of this video. So, like we said, got the driver's seat. That was one of the things I was working on. We got that thing out of there. Just sitting over here. A lot more stuff come out. We got the junk pile, got the carpet. That's the seat from the Illumina, ignore that. And the stuff we're going to sell. So we got a decent stack starting, but one thing that I did want to take a pause for as I was working in here, once I got that carpet out there, was just to show you guys how clean this thing really is. Obviously we've looked around it a little bit, but again, here we are. We saw this from underneath. One of the biggest areas, obviously, not just Taurus, Sable, but just cars in Wisconsin in general. They have such a tendency of rotting floorboards out. I know I've seen a couple that have been run. I've seen a couple that have been built online or on YouTube, and there's that same frequency of having significant amounts of rust on the floorboards. And both sides here, you can see I've got one little spot where the brake cable goes for the parking brake, but other than that, I mean, you can see where there was some rust starting on the seam, but no holes. It's all pretty clean. I'll crawl in here, I'll show you the other side. Same story. You can see by that seam right there, a little bit of surface rust, but again, no holes. Something I like to see. I mean, we saw on that Electra that we ran, I built that angle bar, and we built everything so that it was all off the floor because that floor in that Electra was so bad. I'm not really a fan of doing that. I mean, I will run those cars because you guys know we'll run pretty much anything, but to have solid floors where you can bolt the battery box to and not have to worry about it ending up on the track is definitely kind of nice. So, what else? We pulled the airbags. Got that one. Got that one. Both of those out. Gauges. Haven't cut any wires really, so everything should still be fine. I do have my new starter came today, so I'll get that put in so that we can fire it up, make sure that we haven't made any oopses in the wiring. As you can see here, I cut the windshield out. I think the next video you see, I'm probably going to do a real time. I know we did a time lapse, but I think I'm going to do a real time showing you the tool again that we use for getting this glass out. So right now I'm going to go to work. We're going to see if we can get a little bit more of this dash out of here before I call her a night. Alright, so dash isn't all the way out yet. As you can see, we unclipped a lot of stuff. Had a lot of these little plastic thingies to get out the way. I'm just pulling everything through, trying to make it so we can secure it a little better later, but don't want anything breaking in the process of trying to get the dash out of here either. So most of the top's been removed. This bar actually used to connect down here, so we're definitely making progress. But again, here, I'll walk over to the other side, show you what we're working with over there. This is not something that we've built a ton of. We've actually never built one of this body style, so just trying to be safe. I don't want to cut anything or move anything that I'm not sure of yet, since we haven't been starting the car up to make sure that all is still good. So a lot of wires and stuff going on in here yet that we're just, you know, going to keep working on plugging away on. We'll just keep breaking those little clips and making it so that we can put everything in a big ball later. But for right now, just wanting to get the big bulk part of the dash out. There's still quite a bit sitting over here, so it's getting closer. I mean, it's all pretty free. It all moves pretty easy, so that'll be a little bit of a project to probably finish up for a video tomorrow, I believe, along with probably cleanup. I'll show you taking the window out again with that tool that we use, so that'll be probably part of tomorrow's video. Then I'm going to work on getting this mess cleaned up, maybe these other two windows. I did get the ones out over on the other side already, and then from there we should be getting pretty close to the other goose getting back, so we can try to figure out a game plan as to how far we're going to take this car before we put her back in storage and we get ready for our next derby. So that's obviously something that we've got to kind of put a game plan together for. So a little bit of an update once again on the Merc wagon. Hope you guys appreciate it. As always, you know I appreciate you following along. Get goosed.